Hi friends, my name is Debbie and today we're gonna be painting this cute landscape. It was supposed to be the last painting of the year, but my husband got sick and we were in the hospital. So we're gonna start off by painting this beautiful landscape this new year. So we're gonna start off by putting our color on the sky. This is ultramarine blue, very light on the color. That means we're gonna use not too much pigment, a lot of water. So we're gonna just apply very simple with a flat brush, and you just want the top to be darker, and then we want a nice gradient towards the mountains. So for that, we're gonna clean our brush and we're gonna get clean water and we're just gonna apply it all the way down. Try to blend it really nice and even, really pretty. Make sure you keep your darker color on the top. You can also add some clouds. You just roll up a wrinkle, a paper towel, and just tap in some places. That's gonna lift some of the color and it's gonna give you these nice beautiful clouds in the background. So for the dirt, I'm just using yellow ochre. You can use any light brown that you have, and just very light on the color, lots of water, not too much color, and we're just gonna put it on top. This is the first layer, so don't worry about any line marks. All that stuff is gonna go away. So we're just putting this all over this area where the dirt is gonna be, and then up here in the mountains we're gonna start by putting very light color of the ultramarine blue. Lots of water, not too much paint, and we're just going around the top of the mountain. That's where we want most of the concentration of the paint, and then we're gonna clean our brush and we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna let this dry and we're gonna continue to the other mountain. So the same color, a little bit more pigment to it. We're adding a little bit more ultramarine blue, so it's less water, a little bit more paint. We're gonna start off by putting our darker color on top, and again we will clean our brush and we're gonna bring it down with the clean water. Just clean your brush every time you go back to it, and just clean water and try to blend it. Just remember, we have to make sure we keep our darker color at the top and we want lighter colors towards the bottom. If you mess it up, you can always clean your brush, go back to it, and just do some lifting. And every time you go back, use clean water, and you can touch your paper towel to remove any excess. For this other mountain, we're adding a little bit more of ultramarine blue, and the same concept. We're gonna keep the darker color on the top. We're gonna clean our brush and we're gonna add clean water and blend it. Just adding a little bit more pigment to the top and bringing it down towards the end of the mountain. And remember, with these mountains, you want to make sure the previous one is completely dry. We don't want to mess up our other mountains by getting them wet again. We want to make sure they're dry, and then you move to the next one. We're going to bring some color to the side. And they don't have to be perfect because mountains are not perfect. They have lots of bumps. So the more organic, the better. And in this case, I'm using a little bit of green into my ultramarine blue, and I'm just making a kind of like a turquoise color. And again, we're putting our darker color on the top and just spread it with your water. Try to get this nice gradient. We're gonna let it dry and we're gonna go back to it with our second layer. Just give some more definition to the mountain. And you can remove any excess just by moving the paint towards the bottom. We want to make sure the edge of the mountain is dark and then it gets lighter towards the bottom. Clean your brush. And for this side, we're gonna be using yellow ochre and a little bit of burnt sienna. Very light, still working on our first layer. And just blend it. This is a very simple, stress-free painting. This is one of my favorite ways to paint. And it's very simple. This is beginners friendly, so there's no messing up on this. And remember, this is our first layer. As we go further, we're going to be adding more details to it. So any imperfections are going to be covered by the second layer or third layer. So you don't have to stress out too much about the first layer. Very simple. Just passing your brush, moving this paint all over any empty spots. And now we're gonna add some trees in the background. For this one, I used the ultramarine blue with a little bit of my green and just mix it. Very light, still light. This is the background trees, so we don't want no darker colors. We're trying to keep it on the light value. And they don't have to be perfect because they're all the way in the back, so we are not giving a lot of definition. This is just to make believe there are trees in the back, like a forest or something like that. They don't have to be perfect. We're gonna put some on this part of the mountain also, but these are gonna be on the smaller side because they're even further away. So they're just there, but they're just doing some kind of peekaboo. They're just popping a little bit, but not too much. And you're just using the tip of your brush to put the trees, and just go a little bit of tap, 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 or you can just make some lines, or you can go sideways. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. For me, I just do tap, 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 but if you want to do a different technique, this is your painting, so you make it your own. The easier, the better. And now we're gonna go back to this mountain that is completely dried, and we're just adding some more pigment to it. Especially the bottom of our trees, we want some kind of definition in there because this is the edge of the mountain, so we want to make sure it's showing. And then we're going back to this mountain, and we're using the exact same color. It's just it looks darker because it's already dried, but it is the same color. And we're gonna add some to this other back mountain, just making some extra lines to give some kind of like the mountain has some cracks in between. And we're gonna add some more color to the front mountain. This is the darkest one because it's the one that is closer to us. The further, the lighter they get. And just the tip of the brush, just tap, tap, tap. Very simple. I'm just gonna add some water because I want to blend this. I don't want no hard lines. We want to make sure it's a little bit blended. We don't want like straight line. So just get your water, blend it a little bit, bring it down towards your mountain, and we're gonna add some more color on this side here. And I am adding a little bit more color to my trees. It kind of faded away. We want to make sure it's still there, so I'm just adding the exact same color for my second layer. And remember, if I'm going too fast, you can pause this video, go back whenever you have time or whenever you feel like you're ready. Sometimes I do things too fast and it's not easy to catch up, so you can pause it and then you can continue doing the painting. Now I'm adding some darker color to my trees. We're just going tap 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 a little bit of the darker color on the right hand side. We're keeping the left on the lighter side. That's where the light source is coming from, so the right side is going to be your darker color. And just some places we don't want to cover the whole tree, we just want just a little bit of definition on that, some kind of contrast in there. You can add as many trees or as little as you want. And same here in the back. Just making sure we are able to see some of the trees, just giving us the illusion that there is something in there in the back. So for this part here, I'm using green gold, and I think it's called green gold. I'm sure maybe it's yellow green. It's very light. You can make this one by using sap green with a little bit of cadmium yellow, and you get this beautiful light green. And we're just adding some in some areas here in the mountain. We don't want to cover all of the colors that we already have. We're just adding a little bit more extra contrast, some highlights, and we're gonna add the bushes for our grapes. So this is very simple technique. I'm just making like circles because they're supposed to be bushes, so I make it the easier the better. So we're just making circles. There's no technique for this, just make circles. Just remember the far away is gonna be thin and the part closer to us is gonna be the thicker one. So we start from very tiny ones, and then as we get closer to our body, they're gonna get bigger or thicker. And that's how you keep the perspective. So it looks like it's deep in the bushes, and that's what we're trying to do. And we're just making circles with the brush. Really simple. Anybody could do this. And just going around. Circle, circle, circle. Very easy. There are many ways to make the bushes, but to me this is one of the easiest, and it's really fun and it's very stress-free. You feel so relaxed when you're doing this. Now we're gonna add a medium color, and this is sap green, and we're just going in some areas inside our bushes. We don't want to cover the nice light color that we put as first layer, and because this is still wet, it's gonna blend a little bit but not too much. So we're gonna keep some areas with the highlights, and now we're adding our contrast with the sap green and just going in circles again. Very simple. You could paint this with your kids. or with your friends, and you're gonna have such a nice time because this is a really easy painting. Just going in circles. And as you can see, it's blending really nice, but still we're keeping our highlight or a light color or a light value, and it's showing a little bit. And this is what is going to give us the illusion that there is some light leaves on top and there's some darker ones. Now there's some bushes here in the background. As my reference photo, there's some bushes. I'm just gonna add them on this part of the painting. And again, it's just simple. There's no strokes for this. It's just going in circles. Really simple. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you give it a like. It will help me and it will help my video, so other people will be able to watch this and maybe they can learn something new. If they could, that would be great. I would be so happy that I will be teaching somebody something new, maybe a new technique, or maybe how to make different colors. Whatever the case may be, I will be really happy. So please don't forget to give it a like. And I have a lot of tutorials for different kind of paintings, so please check out my channel. And if you want me to paint something different, just put it in comments and I will check your suggestions. Now this one here is the same sub green. I just added a little bit more of my ultramarine blue to make it more in a deeper color. A darker green is gonna give us more definition for the bushes. Remember, we don't want to cover the first two layers that we already have, the yellow green and the sap green. We want to make sure they're still showing, so do not cover those. We're just going on the bottom of our bushes. And again, still going in circles. Now we're gonna add our darker color to these bushes here in the background. And because they're wet, the paint is gonna blend. It's gonna move a little bit, not too much, because they're not super wet, but they're still a little bit wet. And simple, just use the tip of your brush, doing some tap, and adding some of the medium color. We're going back to my mountains. So again, I'm using the same color as before, and just added a little tiny touch of ultramarine blue just to make it on the deeper side, and just tap in some areas, not making lines, just tapping, tap, bringing some paint down, give the creases to the mountains, and bringing it a little bit down here, adding some more color. And then we're gonna bring some down, because like again, mountains are not perfect. They have a lot of cracks and holes and you see it all. So we're just trying to make those things on the mountains here. Bring in that paint, and you can always also clean your brush and get some clean water and blend whatever edges you don't like. We don't want lines, we just want to make sure it's nice and blended. We're adding a third layer to these bushes, and it's the darker green. This was my sap green with the ultramarine blue, or you can use sap green and add paint gray. And just add in some areas. We don't want to cover the other colors, just the bottom of my bushes. Very simple, just use the tip of your brush. And some on this part here, making some darker colors. And this painting is looking really cute. This style is very simple and it's a lot of fun to paint. And again, we're using the dark color to add more definition. We want some contrast in these bushes, so we're just using the tip of the brush and going in some areas. We're gonna skip some and we're just gonna go back to it and put some more color in some areas. So some yes, some no. Add some color, skip some, and just like little circles. Remember to use the tip of your brush, not the whole brush, not the whole belly of the brush, just the tip. That's gonna make it very easy for you. And just press and make like little dots. And that's what we want. Continue doing this until you are done with all of the bushes. Pick up more paint, add it here and there, and you can bring it up or you can bring it down. This just make your bushes look more alive. And we're gonna add some more shadow to these trees back here, a little tippy top on this background here. Not too much because they're in the background, so we don't want to bring them to the front. We want to keep them in the back. And a little bit more darker color to my mountain. This is like the shadows for those trees. Not too much, just a little bit. And there's no way to mess this up. And if you do, just clean your brush with clean water and blend it. Now we're gonna get our brown. This is my burnt sienna, and I'm just going like scraping my paper, just making some marks, and we're bringing it to the other side, just touching with the tip of my brush, scraping a little bit of the paper. Very simple. We're gonna put our brush kind of flat on the paper and just making some marks with the color. Putting some up here. And this is gonna give the idea that there is some kind of dirt that was that the farmer was working on it. He was preparing the land to plant more vines, and that's what we're trying to do. We're gonna put some here in the center, some in between the bushes, some on this part here of the center too. And now we're gonna put the trunks for our trees or our bushes. And they don't have to be perfect because they're in the background, so they don't have to be perfect. It's just the idea that they have their trunks. And just a little bit of brown, that should do it. And use the tip of your brush to make it thin. And we're gonna add the burnt sienna with a little bit of my darker brown. And we're doing the same thing. Just tapping and scraping the paper, making some lines, some dots. You could skip some. And we're gonna pass this on the other side of the other mountain. Now we're adding the shadow for the trees. And just very light, just a little bit of a shadow. We're gonna put some more marks on the other side. and just touching with the tip of my brush, scraping the paper a little bit. You can also do a dry brush technique if you like that kind of effect. In this case, I'm just using the tip of my brush, scraping a little bit and skipping some areas, and this is a really nice look. But you can use dry brush for sure. That's going to give you more texture. You can also use crayons if you want more texture. You can use markers like acrylics or pastels if you like, and it's going to give you more texture for this painting. I felt like I had to push my bush back a little bit, so I'm adding some brown to this area here and a little bit more of the darker green. Now I'm putting the kind of like a fence. According to the reference photo, there were some pieces of wood in here and in between the bushes, so that's what I'm trying to put in here. And this is my darkest brown on my palette. And if you don't have darker brown, you can use any brown and add some Payne's grade. That's gonna make your brown dark. And for me, the flat brush is the easiest for this kind of poles. You can use your round brush if you like, but for me this is the easiest one. And just put in some areas. We don't want too many poles inside this farm, just few. That's gonna make it look nice. And remember, the ones near us, those are the bigger ones. The one in the back, they're supposed to be smaller because they're in the background. The closer to us, the bigger. The further, the smaller. And that's how you make the perspective. Taking some more of this brown color and adding some of the kind of like the trunks for the vines. You don't have to do this part if you don't want. You can just skip it, but to me, I like to give a little bit more details to some of these areas. I think it's just make it look better. And just adding the final details for now. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye, friends. Take care.